Welcome to yet another show. This is officially the Story Clips Show's second episode, and we are featuring one of the biggest MCs, or do we call them femcs? We are featuring one of the biggest femcs in this country, or is about to be one of the biggest femcs in this country. Goes by the name of Groovy Jo. You must make sure to listen to this interview back to back and listen to all the music that we're gonna plug in, because she's done a thing with every single song that she has had on our listening ears, okay? My name is Kathomi, and I am coupled with the amazing producer who goes by the name of Dougie, and this is officially the second episode of the Story Clip Show. You need to make sure that you check us out on our social media handles at the Story Clip Show on Instagram and Twitter, and catch us on our YouTube page as well. Please add this to your streaming podcast as well. Wherever you listen to your podcast, make sure you add the Story Clip Show to it. My name is Kathomi again. Let's go. We have another baddie. It feels like it's been baddies on this show. We have our very own local, okay, going international. She goes by the name of Groovy Jo. She's over here taking a Zoom call, living her best life, going to a party. We don't even know what's going on, but we're going to take what we can get. Hi, how are you, Groovy Jo?
I'm good. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me, actually.
Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for taking the time. Of course, we appreciate you being on here. And I feel like I am so excited about like literally all your music. It's literally all I've been playing the whole time. The whole week I've just been on Groovy Jo. Yesterday I was at the gym in the morning and I'm trying to get my psych up and I'm like, what am I gonna listen to? Of course, the Groovy Way. And it was lit. It was lit. I really had so much fun. And so I feel like we start from the beginning, because like your story is very interesting. Some people have heard about you, some people haven't heard about you. So let's talk to the people who may have not heard about you, and we start from the beginning. So you started rapping in class 6. You got really interested because, of course, you're a Nicki fan. And then officially after that, you started, you transitioned to high school, where you started into a choir with your friends Michelle and Joy.
Oh, you've done your research.
And then from there, you started vlogging in uni, because everybody goes to uni and thinks they're a celebrity. So you started vlogging in uni. And then officially in 2018, you meet Musau and Mario. And then you get into... You get officially into music. So like, how has that transition been for you? Because it's been a couple of years. You did speak about something very interesting that happened in 2018, which you haven't disclosed yet. So what was this transition in 2018 that caused you to really get into music, like seriously?
So I was actually...
I'm not sure I understand.
With my sister, it was actually something that I wanted to do, but my parents really didn't want me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I just went against everything. And just like decided that this is what I was gonna do.
Okay.
It was really, really crazy transitioning from that, because I had to leave home and be an artist, and it's not easy. Like it's not easy at all. So it was just like finding myself. The first couple of songs was really me describing and defining myself and just trying to like prove that I could do this. It was really, really hard starting off. I was going for open mics. I used to record like at the Mario's until wee hours of the night, just trying to like just push the music. So it was really, really crazy, that transition. But I got a hang of it. Like I think I'm still trying to get a hang of it, because I can't really say I have like a firm hand of it on everything. But it's becoming so better for me, and it's like so natural to me, because music is just something that is just like it's in me. It's so easy for me to make music because I love it, and it's just a passion. So that transition was a bit difficult, but like I got a hang of it, and I just kept pushing, and that's what I'm always going to do. I'm not a quitter, so I usually just push for it.
Okay, so I think let's just get into the album, yeah? Or is it an EP? It's an EP. So officially you start off with Ego, which is such a banger. I'm like, yes, the rhymes, queen. But then immediately, you start telling us how you like the reefer. And we're like, okay, what's that about? Because then it was the first song, and we kept hearing that repeated so many times in like every other song within that EP. And I'm just like, okay, what was Ego about? What was going through your mind when you came up with Ego? Is it really who you are in person? Like, if I met you in person, would that be the kind of girl I'm expecting to see? Like, a girl running with the big boys.
So pretty much for me, like Groovy Jo is a part of me definitely, but also kind of like my alter ego. When you meet me in person, I'm sweet, but but I also don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Okay.
But yeah, but like ego, the whole process of writing ego I was just exactly what it is, ego. Like it was just feeding into myself, coming out, telling guys that I go off. It has heavy bars, and it's just also in support of the reefer. So yeah. So yeah, ego is just like an ego. Like whenever anyone hears that song, I want them to just feel like powerful and just. I love that.
Okay.
A lot of the feedback that I was getting from a lot of people is actually that they loved ego. Like most guys love ego the most because they said like I made them feel exactly what I was saying.
Okay.
So that's all I mean.
Okay, so let's just make this clear. You and Wajakoya same WhatsApp group. You together. And then we get into what you know about that, which just gave me this very heavy, like repetitive vibe, because it's like the same line a couple of times, what you know about that. And then officially, I'm just like, what are we talking about? Okay, then continue to listen to the song, and then I heard a snipe. There's a little snipe on Betty, and I'm like, all right, coming with the heavy punches. What's happening?
So I don't have anything for Betty. I just what you know about that was a song I recorded in 2018 and 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to push the boundary with that because, like, when it comes to hip hop, you have to also like a family or. Like, it was just basically for me, I was just trying to like push that and see what's gonna happen with it. And everyone noticed that. Like, I didn't have beef with her. And I'm like, hell no. I don't have beef with her. I think she's really cool.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. No hate to BT.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a big up to Calligraph Jones. There was also, of course, you spoke about Boutros as well. And you've mentioned that you guys are in a crew, Boutros and the gang. And we're just like, we've only heard like one song out of you, the combination. There's only one song you've done so far. So are these projects that you're thinking about doing further on with Calligraph Jones, for example, who is a big star, Betty and Boutros and the rest of the gang?
Yeah. I actually have a song with Boutros. Actually, have a couple of songs with Boutros. One that's on his tape. That was on his tape that was released last year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Last year. Mm-hmm. So I was on that tape. On my tape, the deluxe tape, you're gonna hear a feature with Boutros and some guys that I'm really excited about because I got the sharp guard and I call him the sharp professor when he hits that. And yeah, so it was just like I'm so excited for people to hear that collaboration because it's now my first collaboration like on the tape.
Okay.
I want to be on the Groovy Way because I just felt like for my first mixtape I just wanted to affirm myself and I wanted to push myself like as an artist individually. I didn't want any features on my tape. I just wanted guys to also know that like this is what I'm going off and I'm going hard and I love this so much. So yeah. It was just the whole of the Groovy Way was just me and my writing and everything. And yeah, shout out to K6 for producing it because K6 always vibes with me. Yeah, he's a dope ass producer.
Yeah, because we all noticed that. 'Cause at first you're like, hang on, are there any features on this EP? And then there's nothing. It's just you the whole time. And we're like, you're very heavy, and it's very confident of a person who's like just starting out to just go that heavy on your own. A lot of people depend on other guys, like you piggy bank off of other guys. So that was really mad shout out for doing that. And then we moved into Unannounced, which is just that reggae vibe. You know, it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, considering how much of a drill and trap and grime artist we know you, of course, at this moment, what was the inspiration for getting into like a reggae beat?
So I actually wanted a different type of vibe. You know, guys always tell me I always sound so hard. It's like I have no emotions, and I'm like, well, I love making happy music. I don't like making sad songs.
Yeah.
I like turning up. I like making music I'm like so female oriented right now. Like I love my females. Like so I'm always trying to empower the women. I always say that, and I will always say that. So like unannounced was just also another anthem for the ladies.
Yeah.
You know, like
Okay.
bosses, ladies who are working, ladies who aren't working, people who are just out there doing what they can do. Like directly to the women. So yeah, that's why I'm like I'll be making moves in the nose. I'll be making things on the couch. So all the bad bitches are allowed. Sentinism so we don't do it for the crowd.
Oh, it was a really hot jam. Honestly, I loved it. I even watched the performance that you did on Perform, which was also really, really cool. The fact that you hold your own on a full-on performance and you played the music back to back, considering it's heavy. When you're singing, you're using your own voice. It's very interesting to see that you can still perform and still bring the same heat that we hear on radio or we hear on the streaming sites, and we still hear it now live in performance. A lot of people can back it up, so kudos to you for doing that as well. And of course, the big old booty. All right, big old booty, big old booty. You even said it twice.
Big old big booty.
Big old big booty. You said it twice. How big is this booty?
Oh my god, it's huge. You should see mine.
It was such a vibe. And you can see yourself like twerking to that music. That's the best thing. I think my favorite thing about just the whole album, and even as we go into the new single, which is Feeling It, it's very catchy. It's very easy to dance to. You can make it like a TikTok trend and whatever, and you're not afraid of putting yourself in a situation where people can use your music for stuff like that. So that was such a bop. I loved it. I loved like just the EVE vibe that it kind of gave me, because it gave me like a lot of EVE, a lot of like STL.
Yeah.
It was very heavy on
you
that.
say that because like that's the same thing I was going for. That's what I was actually going for.
I love the fact that you were so confident in it. But even on that song, in my mind, I'm going, did you ask your mom to use her name in the song? Because you're over there saying Joyce. And I'm like, what did Joyce have to say about that? What did Joyce have to say about her daughter describing her booty in her own song? What's that? What's this? What happened?
So anyway, my mom loves me so much, regardless of everything. I'm always giving her a heart attack with the music. The other time I was on stage and I was like in like a sweatshirt. It was like a baggy sweatshirt.
Okay.
The lingerie strap. She almost had a heart attack. She was like, "Oh my god, how are you walking around to the car?" And I'm like, "No, I'm an artist." So it comes with the territory.
It's
So
art.
I can't really anything about it right now. So
Yeah.
they don't really understand it. My mom really doesn't understand it yet, because she wants me to get 1 million tomorrow. And that's not possible.
I feel you.
Now.
I feel you.
Now.
Yeah, but it's imagine it's only a matter of time, because I feel like your music is so actually. As I was researching, I saw this podcaster out of Zimbabwe, and he'd done a review on your album as well, and I'm like, look at you going all the way to Zim. People are listening to your music.
I don't know about that.
Girl, you need to research yourself. You need to listen to yourself. I'll send you a link later, but yeah, it was really cool. He did a review of your music, and that was pretty awesome. He was bang on with like everything. So you're going big. Just give it a minute, just a minute. In a minute, you're about to become a big sensation. But locally, we still love you, so it's all good. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, thank you, babes. Appreciate it.
But then we move to the song that just honestly has been on repeat the whole week. Night Bluff. I'm like, what? Ati nani alifanya nini na nani wakasema nini kwa sababu ya nani? That was such a banger. How did you come up with the lyrics to that? Is it an experience you've had? Are those your friends? Is it like real life experience, or are you just like coming up with stuff?
So Naibop is basically exactly like Naibop. I was just trying to like put all the rumors that you'd be hearing in Nairobi together, and everything that I love about Nairobi. You know, like you know how like Nairobi, we are all for the tea. So that's Stacey.
One big bedroom.
So that was the tea I was giving. So Naibop is just inspired by Nairobi. I love Nairobi, my city. I just love it so much, and I was just trying to put everything together about my city, the small things about the city that I love. Daku, Atu, going out. 1824 is the local for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know
1824?
So that's why I mentioned 1824. And like, yeah, but I love my sleep, and I know like it never sleeps. I also said that in the song. So yeah.
Okay. Another very interesting thing that I learned from Naibop is like you kept referring to your kicks. I'm like, what are these kicks that you own? I want to see your collection, because like at this point you're gonna have to like just go with a camera and just show. It was such an interesting thing because like it's absolutely true. A lot of people are like mad over their kicks, and everyone's always like braggadocious about their shoes and everything. I'm like, okay, I did not expect to hear it for a whole song, but all right, here we are. But do you have an intensely amazing shoe collection?
I believe I do. I love Nikes. So I'm still trying to buy as much as I can with the money, with like whatever money I get. I love buying shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, kicks, Nike, checks over stripes any day.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine another hella heavy bop. I was just like, okay, yeah, let's do this. The lyrics were a bit long though, for like especially like the last stanza. So I felt the need to ask, is it usually beat over lyrics or lyrics over beat with you? Because you could feel like at some, especially there was that stanza where you were talking about you imagine being lame. It was like almost the last stanza, and there was a part where it just like it kind of just went off a little bit, and it's very
You can imagine being a lame or rather be doing the most.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was
I get what you're saying.
yeah. So is it for you? Does it go lyrics over beat or beat over lyrics? Which overpowers which?
For me, it's the lyrics over the beat. With drill, I've noticed something that like American, like especially with UK drillers,
Yeah.
they also have a lot of heavy information with their drill. So they're
Yeah.
usually like very like they describe it like perfectly. You can just tell you paint a picture.
Yeah.
So imagine I wanted to do something similar but in my own way. So yeah, that's why it's a bit lengthy with the lyrics, but it's heavy.
Yeah,
it's
it
heavy.
is.
To pay attention to what I'm saying, it's really hard. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was just that's yeah.
Another thing I noticed, especially with your lyrics and the way you sing, the articulation is it's so grime that it's gotten to that point where it's now Gen Z music, where you're like, okay, I need to pull up the lyrics because like a girl is lost. Half the time you're like, oh okay, yeah, bop, you know. So is it are we going to be seeing this more in your music, where it's a lot of slurring sort of, and basically just absolute grime and trap music? Is that what we're expecting to see coming forward?
Yeah, coming forward, you just like even with the deluxe tape, it's just going to be different. With every song, like from the first to the fifth, like there are 5 new songs on the extent, like on the tape. So it's going off. Feeling it is the first song. So like feeling it was more like summertime vibe, and like a female of the anthem as well. So there's a song called Goodbye where I'm actually talking about a breakup, and like, but it's not like a sad breakup.
Okay.
But it's not like a sad breakup. It's like, one thing about me, I just love. It's more of a diss breakup song.
Okay.
So that's like another reason I love Summer Walker, because Summer Walker does that.
She really does.
And she makes it a huge vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't want to make like a cliche sad goodbye song, except from like nah. It has a little bit of a twist, so I'm excited for people to listen to that. Uliza Wambiwe is a drill song that I've done with Butchos and Isam Gabi. So it's really, really different. And then there's a song called Straight. Straight is also like really heavy trap. And it's like really, 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 really cool. So I'm also excited for people to hear that. There's a song called Ratchet Tonight on the tape as well. So Ratchet Tonight is just exactly what
it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really, really cool. And it's just expect hard bars, expect like really like a put together nice and put together vibe in like every song. Like it's like I made it just specifically for every new song specifically for a different type of occasion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But now you've also, I mean, in as much as yes, you've done a lot of music in this particular album, Bogi is also such a banger. I love everything about it. I love that you actually decided to go mostly Swa, mostly Sheng, and then a little bit of English here and there. It was really, really cool to see you representing Kenya in that way. So that was dope. And Stay Fly was also really, really cool. But it reminded me of like a Kanye song. Like it gave me that, because of that like the ka, the ka, it just it just
Yeah.
gave me such the butterfly thing was such a it's such
I
a
love how you
Kanye
just
thing.
you're hitting the nail on the head with all the references because that was very much Kanye inspired. The
Yeah.
first time I heard it, I was just like, the beats. I was just like, this is something I could just tell my truth in like in a lyrical way. So yeah, so I love Stay Fly. It was heavily inspired by Kanye West. So yeah, we
Okay.
got that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Another very interesting thing that I found out about you was that you've had a whole journey in terms of music.
Yeah.
So there was a song you did with Alice, which was such a
Yeah.
jazz beat, and it's like when I heard that song, and then I'd heard all of your new music first, including Feeling It, before I heard your old music. So when I heard that particular song with Alice, and it was such a jazz vibe, I'm like, what
It was
happened?
actually yeah.
Was it
It's
like
actually featuring Brandy.
yeah?
Marina.
Oh, sorry.
She wasn't able to come
Yeah,
for
Brandy.
the, yeah, she
Apologies.
wasn't able
Yeah.
to come for the performance that day. So I
Uh-huh.
had Alice. She's a singer. She's an artist. She's a fully fledged artist who was willing to do the song with me. And
So
like
cool.
yeah, she has this beautiful voice. So the song is called Trip. And yeah, it's like it's just very very jazz, very very like Afro poppy. So yeah. Trip is really, really amazing. I really love Brandy Maina on it. So shout out to Brandy Maina.
Yeah,
She
and
delivered. She sent it like in like a week.
what?
I
That's
was just
fast.
yeah, she's really talented.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the question for me was that it felt for me as I listened to your music, you can tell there's such a growth or such a difference in how you sounded before and how you sound now.
Yeah.
Because like Trip felt like you were just being Joanne. Like Trip was just Joanne. And then you went to the you went to the Groovy Way, and at some point it went from like Joanne to like groove, and you can feel it all the way up until you get to Naibop, and then you're like, all right, Groovy Jo is in the building, okay, let's see what this girl needs to say, because it's such a transition in even how your inspiration in music starts, and you can feel it's like almost you can feel you coming alive in your own music, which is such a cool experience altogether. Honestly, I cannot recommend your albums, your EP, I cannot recommend you enough because it's just so cool. But also, why are you hating on men and their vitambis? It's just, I'm asking for a friend.
I'm not hating on I'm not hating on men with tabbies.
Eh.
I say I'm actually
Eh.
sometimes I come in and like this song Vishal said like I don't know do kibab you have like nini some is Julian Nigerian song Shume. My friend Shume is here, sorry. But yeah. Anyway, kitambi sika solo. Siko kitamsi. But siko kwarado siko na kitambi.
Okay. Okay. And now speaking about being in tune with your Kenyanness and your Africanness, you did a song, Clear Picture, which was such, it was very interesting for me to listen to because a lot of people, Clear Picture. Clear Picture.
Oh, Clear Picture, yeah.
Clear Picture felt like Black Lives Matter plus police brutality plus like, colorism, and I almost felt like immersed in a different world because a lot of times, yes, we have different shades and people tend to ignore that there are different experiences for different people, but have you actually experienced colorism as Groovy Jo?
I haven't experienced. Okay, I actually did. At Alken, yes.
Oh God!
I had those experiences. Also.
What happened?
It was really crazy because we were there with another artist, and then they just like it just there was this guy. There was this I won't forget like this Indian who was in the back, and he wanted and like I was about to go on stage, and he was just like he was like, no, an artist say yeah, like how long it took for them to, I'm like, what do you mean I'm on that list? I'm the artist. It was just horrible.
Oh.
It was just horrible, yeah. And Clear Picture was just for, I have siblings who are also in the States. So it was also just, like regardless, at that time, during that time, there was heavy police cases, like police killing Black people and all that happening. So I was also like trying to put myself in like other people, like their shoes in terms of like, I have sisters there too. It could happen. It could be anyone. So, yeah, it was just really, really to just we all have a voice. Let's use it as much as we can. So people always say like, I don't feel like for an artist you need to do that because people won't push you like your music as much because of you calling out these people and everything. And I'm like, fuck it, you have to call out these people. Like the number of people, like picture everyone, we just rose against it because we outnumber them at the end of the day. But it's just fear that overwhelms us.
Yeah.
So yeah, as an artist, I will always use my voice to like talk about that and to just give the message that we need, like it needs to stop. So yeah, Clear Picture is so special to me. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written.
Okay.
Like entirely.
That's pretty cool. I love the fact that you're still, championing for the most important causes, which are just letting people be people. Just simply that. It is such an amazing feat to take on, especially being so young. Now, another question that I had, now that I am of the other generation and this affected me, it affected me. I felt affected. Your references sometimes. First of all, who is George Lucas and how can you help us? Because honestly, I genuinely feel as a millennial, listening to Gen Z can be so difficult. It can be difficult. It literally feels like climbing up a hill because oftentimes the references are often lost on me. So how do you encourage us who do not understand some of the references that you use in your music? I mean, we love it, but we don't understand it. How can we do that?
I'm not really sure about how we can do that. I just
you can help us.
Listening to more music.
That was shade. I felt it. Was that shade or was that whole forest at this rate?
I don't know what I can say with the references. I love making crazy like it was Frank Lucas. So that line is the flow hella poppy Frank Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank Lucas was this opium seller. He used to sell opium.
Of course.
He was the first black guy actually who sold opium. So the flow hella poppy, like poppy the plant that comes, like opium comes from. So yeah, Frank
from
Lucas.
The poppy seed.
That was the reference.
Okay. I like it. Picasso. I feel like we're pretty much done with the fact that you do amazing music. I think we've spoken about like all of your music at this point, except for except for one question. So when I was listening to your music on iTunes, which is where I listen to my music sometimes, every time it got to like a next jam, they were always like bringing in Karun. So the question is, do you also... Yeah, so do you feel like you have similar musicalities? Do you feel like Kampmullah is some of the inspiration? Because when I listened to some of the collaborations that you had, the song Murder with Baraka, the song Last Time with The Secret, and I think there was one more. It felt very, it felt like going back to the phase when Kampmullah were doing their thing. It felt very, very gang. So do you also draw inspiration from them? Because I know you love Logic. You were very sad that he's officially quitting music, or at least taking a sabbatical. But does Kampmullah also feature in your list of people that you love?
Yes, I love Kampmullah. Shout out to Mikey and Shaba and all of them. Like I love Kampmullah so much. I feel like we all like that's where it's all started for us. Like I loved Teo so
me
much.
too.
So I was just like, what Teo is happy doing?
It's fine though.
Child. Anyways, yeah, Kampmullah has definitely been a heavy influence on me as well. I grew up listening to them, and I grew up like rapping with Teo. So like. Definitely a huge inspiration. I spark a little bit of everything from them, a little bit of my own flavor from them, just a little bit from them too. Because I feel like they're like so fly, ahead of their time.
They really were, and I wish they stuck together for just a little longer, but it's okay.
Just a little longer, man. Because like the awards, like remember they were nominated for BET Award.
That was like this. I felt like they were so ahead of their time. It felt foreign for most of us to even listen to their music, because it's like grime now was pretty much what they were doing then, and that was so cool. But we take what we get. At least we had some good music. But like
and they're still like Karun is still releasing music. Chapa, So yeah, I love that for them. I love that they're still like involved in music in a way. I know, I've met all of them, so I know like Mikey is running CCN and it's a musical company.
Yeah.
And like Kampmullah is still rapping and everything. Oh, singing. Sorry. So yeah, I'm excited that they're still like doing music. So that's awesome.
It's pretty fire, it is. It really is.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Groovy Jo. This time it's flow like you already know. If you're watching the story clip show with Kampmullah. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go on a quick little tangent on this show because of course we have a new artist and I said we have to do some games and it's gonna be really easy. This is just quick fire between us guys and of course Groovy Jo. And the questions begin now.
Okay.
The only trick is you have to answer the questions as quickly as you possibly can, okay? Rules understood?
Okay.
Uncle Ruckus or Rick from Rick and Morty?
Rick, duh.
Why Rick?
So bad.
Uncle Ruckus is a problem.
It's so bad. I'm saying yes to me. It's like,
I know, right? Damn, Uncle Ruckus was a mess. Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan. I
Why?
love Jackie Chan. Because Jackie Chan also brings a little bit of humor. You know, Bruce Lee's he's serious.
Yeah.
He's so serious. Jackie Chan has a little bit of humor.
Okay.
When he fights and everything. So
Okay.
I definitely love Jackie Chan.
Okay, but you sang about Bruce Lee, so let's just get it straight. You sang about Bruce Lee, but you prefer Jackie Chan. All right, we get it.
Yeah, that's for the right.
Okay, old Kanye or new Kanye?
Both. I love Kanye. He's one of my idols, so I can't pick. He's just for me. I feel like he's just grown with his music.
You gotta pick one. Old Kanye or new Kanye? That's the question.
Okay, old Kanye.
Old Kanye. I am.
Yeah.
If you had the choice between these two artists to do a collaboration with, and you could only ever do a collaboration with these two artists, you have to pick one of them, but you will never have a chance to do a song with another one. That is the rule. Would it be Octopizzo or would it be King Kaka?
What? Octopizzo. Octopizzo's flow. I feel like Octopizzo is so versatile. Like, so in this case that you're asking me to pick, I would pick Octopizzo because his music is different.
Yeah. Octo is lit. And finally, Octopizzo or Calligraph Jones?
Well, because I'm thinking of my heart is dragging me into this thing with the Calligraph.
Calligraph, why?
I love Calligraph because, like, every time I hear Calligraph, he's so intelligent with his bars in terms of, like, me, I fuck with Calligraph heavy because of the bars. Like, Anakwagana had bars. And I fuck with that. For me, I feel like that's everything for me.
Okay.
So, yeah, Octopizzo brings this humor and flow and everything. Like, I feel like it'd be fun to make a song with him. But now if I want a song with bars, which I love, I'd rather Calligraph.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And finally, as we wrap up, Feeling It. You've mentioned a couple of songs that are coming up on the new mixtape, and you've mentioned that unlike the Groovy Way, in this particular album, you'll have a lot more people on, as opposed to just doing solo rap. So, Feeling It. It's just been released. What are the people telling you about it? What do you feel about it? What was the inspiration again? Tell us something about that song.
So Feeling It, like I said before, is like a summertime like anthem. I was doing it like it was my comeback song, kind of like sorry, it distracted me. So Feeling It was coming back into the music after a long hiatus. Like I haven't been releasing like official songs. I've just been doing mostly freestyles. So guys are really, really excited about Feeling It. I'm so happy it's really doing well because especially the ladies, they're hitting me up. Even the guys are hitting me up, sending screenshots saying they love the song. So I'm really, really happy. It fills my heart so much because with releasing the next tape, I was supposed to drop it I think in March, but I'm also an overthinker. Sorry. So like I had so many songs that I wanted to add on the tape, but like I was just like, oh my god, I can't do all these songs at the same time. So I had to pick them specifically. That's why every new song that you hear on the tape sounds different. Like it's so different from the last song, but it's really, really dope. So yeah, I'm excited about people listening to the tape. It's dropping on the 1st of July. It's gonna be available everywhere. Feeling It is already available everywhere. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, make sure you go listen to it. How many songs are we expecting on this new mixtape?
By Feeling It, Ratchet Tonight, Goodbye, Ulizo Wambiwe, and Straight.
Just 5?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you're always just dangling that carrot in front of us. Every single one of your songs is no longer than 2.5 minutes. And then you're telling us now you're going to do a whole mixtape with just 5 songs. What's this?
It's the deluxe tape. It's an extension to the first tape.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, but people should be expecting a new mixtape before the end of the year.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone's always telling me, do you really want to give us this music? And I'm just like, you guys have no idea how I'm such a huge overthinker. I have so many songs that are unreleased, and it's so fucked up because even my producer is always like, bro, all these songs we need to release them. And I'm like, not the right time, not the right time. I feel like everything has the right time.
What?
So yeah.
You're pulling a Beyonce on us?
I'm such a Beyonce fan, guys.
Yeah, we love
Sorry,
Beyonce. We love some Beyonce. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate the conversation. I feel like you are such a vibe, and I can't wait for you to become one of the biggest names in hip hop that we know, not just locally but internationally. We can't wait to see you on like BET. We can't wait to see you on all of these things, just representing Kenya to the fullest. Yeah, we're psyched. We're psyched.
Yeah.
And
you are very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
We need to hang out soon.
We do.
Thank you.
You got my number. And finally, now that you have brought it up, which team are we playing for?
Which team in terms of what?
You know the question. You know what I'm talking about.
I like what I like, guys. I like what I like.
And that is, and which is what?
I like what I like.
Which is? Which is?
I think we need to use this real quick. So I'll tell you when we meet in person.
No, it's because our raspy voice is confusing all the genders, so we just wanted to know. Anyway, thank you so much, and we can't wait to listen to the rest of the music. Make sure you go check out Groovy Jo's new song. It is called Feeling It. It is part of her mixtape. She just told us right here it's going to be one of 5. So make sure you listen to her. She is such a vibe, and this has been an amazing interview. If you have any more questions, make sure you check her out on her social media handles, which are
at Groovy Jo Groovy on Instagram, at Groovy Jo Groovy is on Twitter, at Groovy Jo with 3 O's on Facebook.
Alrighty, up until next time. Bye.
Bye.